Today I'm going to show you how to learn vibrato in 3 steps. Just disclaimer, you're not going to learn vibrato today, but you can start the process. So number 1 is that you do a knocking movement with your wrist only. And yeah, imagine that you're knocking on the door or the opposite. And then you translate this movement to your violin. You can start here and knock on the body of your violin, like this. And then you find a higher position, and it doesn't really matter. If you play a violin for some time, you know, maybe 3rd or 4th position, but it doesn't really matter, you don't need to know that. And you just place your hand here and do the same movement, the knocking movement, just of course with open fingers now, above your fingerboard, like this. The fingers will not touch the string. And do that for a couple of minutes every day until you feel like your body and your brain process this movement. And then, number 2, you can translate now this movement to a sliding movement with your fingers on the fingerboard, like this. So my fingers are touching the string, very, very light. If I play now, it will probably be like a harmonics, very light sound. So, and you do it first quite slow, like this. And that can be your second exercise that you keep on doing for a couple of weeks again. A couple of minutes every day. If you get tired, you repeat a couple of minutes later on the same day until you feel ready. And then number 3 will be that you put your finger down on the string, and imagine that you glue this part of your finger on the string, and the rest of the hand is still very free, and you should not feel tense there. So you place the finger on the string, very, very light, and you slide the finger from the first joint, which is very flexible. All of the joints here are flexible. That's the last joint. So you glue your finger on the string. I'll start with second finger because that's the center of the hand, and it's, for me, it is easier, but you can also try the 3rd or the 1st. For some people, 1st is also okay. And then you just imagine that you're doing exactly the same movement as you did for the sliding, but your finger is glued on the board, and you do slow movement first. And then a little bit faster. And then faster. And you just keep increasing the tempo. Very important is to do a rhythmical movement. So if you want, you can also practice with a metronome and just catch the rhythm of your hand. I'm thinking more in the form of maybe 8s, 16s. So if that is my 8 notes, first will sound like this. So I'm just playing for the sake of the sound. It will sound like this. And then after a couple of weeks, maybe, you can start doing 16s. And then you can also practice this movement with all of your fingers. Most of the people experience the 4th finger. It's the most difficult one. And for that, I recommend that you practice the 3rd and the 4th together, that they will vibrate together. And then eventually you'll be able to do only the 4th. And as I said before, just don't rush, and don't hesitate in the movement. Your brain and your body also need to understand what you're doing, and that can be some long process from a couple of months up to 1 year. So just have patience with yourself and practice it every day, and you will see a progress in your own tempo. So good luck with that, and let me know what you think in the comments below.